Hello my friends, welcome again. In this video we are going to work with Laravel controllers, and I have created a new Laravel application called it blog, and inside this we have just a layout and an about page and a welcome page, and we have the route for the welcome and the about page. If I go to the application, go here, okay, this is the application, and to make it sure I'm going to make a change here. Hit save and go refresh. Okay, we have now. So the controllers, if we go to the Laravel documentation, inside the basics, we have the controllers here. And basic controller, so we make a controller, and inside the controller we create a function or method, what you call. And after that, when we register a route and make a get request or put request or post request, so to the something, we put the controller and that method. So this is the controller here and the method, and this method is handling this request. Okay, so I'm going to create a new controller, PHP artisan, and to create a controller you need make controller, and I'm going to call it post controller. Go here, inside the app directory HTTP controllers we have the post controller. I'm going to create a method like here. Just copy this one and pass it here. It's just not. I just want to show the view now. So post dot show, save it. Inside the views we need a new folder for post, a new file here, show dot blade dot php. I'm going to copy from here, pass it here, and post show the title, and this is post show page. If I save now, so inside the rows we need to register new one route and get request to the post. Sorry, an array and post controller, import that controller class and the method it show. And if I save, so when we go to the post, we display this post.show. Okay, so go to the application post. Okay, we expect an ID. I forget to remove this. So if I save, okay, this is the post page. Good. What if we want to expect an ID here? If I put it now and here, I want to show that ID, so ID is going to be the ID. Save it, and inside the show page, this is the show page, and ID, we need the curly braces and that ID. If I save, now we have an error because we expect an ID here. So if I put an ID of 5, in the web, yeah, we need to put it the ID here. If I save, refresh here, yeah, ID is 5. If I put a 6, ID is 6. So this is how we handle the parameters in the route and expect it here, that parameter. So if I want to make it node, for example, okay, and if I save now, and go here, refresh, the ID is 6, but if I not put nothing, because we need to change, and here, so if I save, refresh, so we don't have anything, it's null. If I put now 8, the ID is 8. That's it, how we can make it nullable. And for example, we want to show we have users, and if I open the inside the users, we have 10 users, and want to display all the users in this controller. We can make a function here or method, what you call it, and maybe index, and return a view post, for example, dot index, and users is going to be user import that all. Okay, if I save, and now inside this view post, I'm going to create a new file, index.bleed.php. Okay, so copy all of this and pass it here, and now this is the post index page. Remove this, and we make a for each loop here, and the users as the item, and display the user name is item name. Item name is because the user has the item, but if I change it to user, is the same thing. Huh? You can call it what you want. Save. If I go here, and now we need to make to register a user route get, and post, and we put a post controller class, and method is index. If I save and go to the post, nothing happened. Why? Because if you make a get request to the posts, and after this post we put here the wildcard in Laravel, so we expect here anything. So it's the same thing we have here. So the get post is need to be over there. If I save now, go here and refresh the user undefined variable user, and why is this inside the index as now we save, refresh, so we have all the users. Okay, the username is, and okay, so inside the controller we make all the logic and pass it to the view. So that for that is the controller, and maybe we want to create user, and we create here a function or a method create and display that view to create a new user, or if you want to update or to store new user, to delete. And for that I'm going to work in the next video to show you the user's resource controller. For that video I think we are done. Here is the same thing we made with the post. Okay, if you want to put a middleware, only the authenticated user can. So if I go copy this one and go inside the controllers, and I put the construct method, so this is going to run where before the show and index method, and if is passing this, now we go to the show and go to the index. With the middleware I'm going to create a new video in the future, but for now, just I'm going to show you, we restricting only the authenticated user to go to this show method and index method. And if I save now, if we are not authenticated now here, if I go here, route login is not defined because it's trying to send us to the login page. But for now, we don't need this. In the next lessons, save, and I think we are done. So resource controllers, with this we are going to work in next video. Is going to create for us a controller like this, but we have only show and index method, and it's going to create for us by default the index, create, store, show, edit, update, and destroy actions or methods, and we're going to work with that. So for this video, this is, and see you in the next one. Thank you.